India's Air Accident Investigation Bureau has released its preliminary report into last month's Air India plane crash, which killed more than 270 people. The report has found no significant faults with the plane. It says both fuel control switches, which are used to turn engines on or off when on the ground, were moved shortly after takeoff, causing both engines to lose thrust. While the investigation is continuing, it is clear that attention is now focused on the actions of the pilots. In the cockpit voice recording, the report says one of the pilots is heard asking the other why he did the cut-off. Air India Flight 171 came down less than a minute after takeoff from Ahmedabad, bound for London Gatwick. In a moment, we'll speak to our business correspondent Theo Leggett, who's been looking through these findings. First, let's go to Samira Hussain, who's in Mumbai for us tonight. And Samira, this is very much details still coming through, really. Just tell us some of the key findings and what we're learning here.
What we've understood from what was happening on the plane was that it was the co-pilot that was in charge of the takeoff, and the pilot was actually monitoring. Then there was a question from inside the cockpit: why did you switch the fuel engines from the cutoff to the cutoff position from the on position? Well, one pilot said to the other, I did not do that. So then they switched it back. Now, the way that the plane works is if this happens mid-flight, that there's some cutoff from the fuel to the engines, well, it does restart once you put it back into that go mode, that flight mode. But for some reason, one of the engines didn't exactly thrust at the right time. You know, it's still a preliminary report. It's still very much the initial findings. More details will come out within the next several months to year even. But this preliminary report is pretty, it shows that perhaps there wasn't something wrong with the plane.
And it's impossible, really, Samira, to overstate just how devastating this was.